Hey, I'm here, I'm back. Welcome to the Art Life YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us here. My aim is to create really fun, creative lessons and just inspire everyone to get drawing and painting and doing all fun things creative. Now, my most popular video, and it has been ever since I created it, was the music and art lesson where you listen to a soundtrack I make and then you come up with lines and crazy kind of drawings based on the music that you hear. And so it seems, I guess, a lot of music teachers like to use it, a lot of art teachers like to use it because it combines two very creative, wonderful subjects. So I thought, well, let's do that again, but in a bit of a different way. So I've again created a bit of a soundtrack. It has some songs on it, different tempos, it has different sound effects, which might trigger a bit of a picture in your mind and use your creativity to sort of put it into a picture. So today we use watercolors first, and then we use music to inspire the pictures that go on top. Make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe to this channel. It helps me so much to create as many videos as possible. I'd also love to see you at our socials. On Instagram, it's at artlife.melb, and that's where I put a whole bunch of exclusive content too, so check us out there. Yeah, I really do need to change that though, because I no longer live in Melbourne, but anyway, that's Instagram.
All right, for this music-based task today, you'll need some paper. I have watercolor paper, but you don't have to use watercolor paper. Any paper you have is fine. I'm working on A4 size. You'll also need some watercolor paints, some water and brushes, and something to draw with over the top later. I have an array of sort of Sharpies, black markers here. You really could just use a texter, but just something to draw with. So I'm just going to say a marker. Black is ideal. You'll also need your ears, because today we're going to be listening to sounds and sound effects and trying to put them into a picture. So let's get set up and we'll get started. Now, the first thing we need to do is section off our paper into 12 equal sections. The reason we're doing 12 sections is because I've prepared 12 different sound effects or tracks for you. So we want to section them out into 12 sections. So I'm going to use my paper that I've worked with here, but this will become the back. The first thing you need to do is fold your piece of paper in half, just slightly, so you can see the fold mark there. Then you're going to fold it in half again. So you've made 4 equal quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now we're going to create thirds. This bit is a bit trickier because we're kind of just doing, we're not doing in the middle, we're sort of doing the third. It doesn't have to be perfect, but really you just want to bring one half up and one half down approximately. So now you can see my paper has been split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sort of square sections here. The folds are just merely to help us with creating the sections. So now go ahead and feel free to use whatever color you like to paint the section that you see in front of you. So what we want to do is just fill most of the space. It can be a bit of a jagged edge. This is going to create a bit of a colourful background. When you get to your next section, just swap up your colour. And notice I'm not making my squares touch. If you'd like to try your hand at blending colours, you could always use more than one colour and work with the paint while it's wet, you can see here, to help the colours combine with each other. Now, as I say to my students, please don't directly copy what I'm doing. You can choose whatever colours you like. You can stick within the blue kind of cool colours, colour scheme. You can mix it up, but copying me or doing exactly what I do is not the aim. I'm just merely showing you a technique, but please use your own creativity and colour choice in this situation. Might be able to notice here I'm just doing a bit of a dotty technique with my wet paint and it spreads really well. Lucky last. What do you think? Let's go. Okay, well done everybody. So that is just our base layer. We're going to let that dry. It's really not going to take all that long. Some sections are actually already dry. Maybe about 10 minutes and probably even quicker if you've got some sunshine. Okay, so now we're going to begin the listening and the music section of our picture. Our background's completely dry and we're going to use a pen of some sort to listen to all the different music tracks and have a think about the type of mood, the tempo, how fast, slow, loud, what does it remind you of, and try to put that into a little picture, staying within these squares with each sound. So for example, if something is really boom, 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 think about what that looks like in a picture. It might just be shapes, it might just be lines. And so each little music track goes for about 15 to 20 seconds. And in between each track, you will hear this sound. That camera clicking sound indicates to you to stop one square because the sound is about to change and you're going to move on to the next one. Now, maybe the 20 seconds wasn't long enough for you to finish your picture, but I suggest that you stop it even though it's not done yet and move on to the next one so that you don't miss out on any of the sounds. Then you can either rewind and replay, you could pause, but you can go back and just continue on the picture if it hasn't finished yet. But I suggest working with the sounds as they go. Okay, so we're going to get started. Hope everyone's ready. You've got your pen, you've got your ears on, and you're ready to turn these musical sounds and effects into pictures. Okay, let's do it. That was so crazy and fun. I loved it. Oh man. So I'm going to spend some time now just going back and filling each of my squares just with that same sort of pattern or same sort of line, continuing it and just building up these patterns. Just going through, I guess, what made me think of it. I think the first one was sort of bubbly. It just made me think of bubbles floating through the air. So I'll do that again. This one was really fast paced, like a party. Doom, 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 doom. So I sort of thought of zigzags. I think this one was rain. And so obviously that's what I've drawn there. This one was all just like a slow, steady kind of calming journey. So that's sort of why I did that. I think this one sounded like crashing waves. And so I thought it was just big, surfy kind of waves like that. I can't quite remember this one, but from what I can see here, it was just sort of like a nice upbeat, sort of relaxing thing. So that's why I sort of started to do this kind of rainbowy, archy look. This one was applause. So all I heard was people going, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I thought, oh, people's faces, and they're all happy. They're in a crowd. And this one was, again, like a relaxing yet upbeat kind of song. This was the sound of an ambulance siren. So I don't know, I just sort of thought of someone's heart beating and like an emergency, I guess. And so that's just the picture that came to mind. This one, again, was just like this sort of really lovely, calming, I just sort of thought of a spiral going around, getting bigger and bigger. This one was interesting because it changed a lot. It was sort of like this beautiful violin, and then it would stop and there'd be nothing. And then the violin would start again. So that's why I did that. And then I thought this one was kind of like Morse code. And I don't really know Morse code, but I know that's what it kind of looks like. So that's why I did that. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed it and were able to come up with your own designs as well. Ta-da! Which one's your favourite? Oh, I don't even know. Feel free to leave a suggestion down in the comments as to which one is your favourite. I'm kind of feeling this one or this one. I don't really know. That one looks kind of cool too. I don't know. I kind of like the whole thing all together actually, and I hope you did too.
So it's as simple as that. I hope you really enjoyed doing this task, guys. Of course, if the soundtrack just went too fast for you, make sure that you pause, go back, or have another go. The last thing I want is that this would stress anyone out or make them feel like their artwork is unfinished. It's always something you can go back to after the soundtrack has finished. The sound's really just there to inspire your drawing. If you love this one, you'll love the other music one I've got for you. So check that out in my videos on this channel. Bye. Thanks for coming.